Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today I want to talk about a business model that people often underestimate because it looks ordinary from the outside. Cleaning service. A lot of people see cleaning as simple labor, basic service work, or a low entry hustle. But beneath that surface is something much more important. Cleaning can become a real business built on trust, contracts, standards, and recurring revenue. So, this presentation is really about a transition. When does cleaning stop being just work? And when does it start becoming a burgeoning enterprise? Most people have misconceptions about the cleaning business even before they understand what it's about. People assume cleaning is easy to start, easy to run, and mostly about low price. They may think the work is simple. The customer does not care much beyond appearances, and anyone with supplies can compete. But those assumptions leave out the real engine of the business. Clients are not just paying for wiped down surfaces, they are paying for reliability, consistency, professionalism, and the relief of not having to manage that mess themselves. A cleaning business can look calm from the outside while feeling strained from behind the scenes. Staffing can be unstable. Quality can vary from worker to worker. Schedules can be difficult to manage. Clients may expect perfection, but margins can still be tight. That means the model can be shaky if the owner is carrying too much personally or if there are no systems strong enough to keep standards consistent. So, the hidden reality is this: cleaning is not hard only because of the labor, it is hard because it combines labor with people management, quality control, and recurring client expectations. It is also very important to understand why this model works so well when it is done properly. Cleaning solves a problem that never fully disappears. Spaces get dirty again. Offices need ongoing upkeep. Homes need regular maintenance. Facilities needs standards. That recurring need is what gives the cleaning business its strength. It is not just a one-time solution. It is a repeat service. And repeat service means repeat revenue, repeat trust, and the possibility of a long term customer relationship. That is why cleaning can become so powerful, even when it might not look that glamorous. There is a part that separates the hustle from the enterprise. It's the money. Revenue can look steady in cleaning, especially when jobs are frequent or contracts are active. But revenue is not the same as healthy profit. Labor is very expensive. Supplies cost money. Transportation, insurance, payroll, taxes, equipment, and supervision all chip away at the margins. A cleaning business can appear stable while the economics underneath are flimsy. If the pricing is weak or if the labor and time is not managed very carefully. So, the lesson here is simple. Contracts may create income, but disciplined pricing and labor controls are what create a viable business. Cleaning is a trust business. A client usually hears about cleaning through referrals, local reputation, or direct outreach, or some kind of other visibility. Then comes the real distinction point. Can this company be trusted inside my home, my office, my facility? That's a different kind of buying decision doesn't have to face. If the first service goes well, the client may continue. If the service stays consistent, that one job can return into a recurring contract. And that is where business gets stronger. Not when a company gets one account, but when it becomes dependable enough to keep that account. Cleaning itself is only one part of the operation. The owner also has to manage supplies, scheduling, training, inspections, communication, staffing, and service standards. That's why cleaning business can become rocky when it tries to grow without operational discipline. The mop is visible, the systems under it are not. But those invisible systems are often what determine whether the business feels professional, scalable, and dependable, or chaotic, overextended, and vulnerable. This is where the opportunity becomes more interesting. Not every cleaning business has to compete in the low cost price pool. Specialized cleaning can create stronger positioning. Healthcare environments, post construction cleaning, higher sensitivity sites, and sanitation focused niches all require more trust, more training, and more consistency. That makes them harder to enter, but more defensible once entered well. So the path forward is not always about doing more generic cleaning, it's about moving into more specialized work where the client values standards more than just the cheapest quote. Specialized cleaning requires training, compliance, and high standards in order to be profitable. Growth in the cleaning business usually doesn't happen all at once. It often starts with one worker, one job, one account, and one referral. Then it becomes a small route, then recurring accounts, then maybe a crew, a supervisor, or a niche specialization. In other words, growth in this industry is often layered. It moves from labor to contracts to systems to teams. And that is the real transformation. The business stops depending only on one person cleaning and starts depending on an organization that can deliver cleaning through a repeated structure. The big takeaway is this: that cleaning can still be a real path to entrepreneurship, but only when it moves beyond daily labor into contract discipline, specialized service consistency, and operating systems. The strongest cleaning businesses are not just built on effort, they are built on recurring trust. They make the client feel secure, reduce hassle, and deliver standards without constant supervision. So, when work becomes a business in this category, the real shift is this: the owner stops merely selling hours of cleaning and starts selling reliability, systems, and peace of mind. Cleaning becomes a business when it is built on recurring trust, systems, and contracts. The final question is the work just labor, or is it becoming a structured, sustainable enterprise? Thank you.